Today.
This is Trends Today. Everything hot, top of mind, and fresh. From current affairs to social issues and the world of entertainment. This is Trends Today. Be ready.
Okay, so you welcome back. This is PLUZZ 89.9 FM, the drive with the area gang. It is now a minute after 4, and it is time for Trends Today. Good afternoon to you, Esi, and welcome.
Thank you.
How are you doing?
I'm doing very well.
Now, you know, previously we were talking about the some hashtags on social media that were trending. And the beginning of this week, it's actually come up in conversations again. You remember the speaker, Albert Bagman? He met some...
Alban.
It's Alban, sorry. Where did Albert come from? Anyway, it's Alban and Albert. They are cousins.
Same, yeah.
I don't know. I think it's I don't think I know anyone by name Alban.
True.
He's the only one I know who is Alban. So me chroma Albert. Maybe I'll call it chroma
Alban.
But he had been in the news because he met some traditional leaders and supporters of the National Democratic Congress.
True.
And he underscored his dedication to safeguarding Ghanaian cultural and moral values. Now, he actually made statement to the effect that he would sacrifice his life to ensure that the anti-gay bill is passed. So he reaffirmed his commitment to ensuring the passage of the Human Sexual Rights and Family Values Bill, which is widely known as the anti-LGBTQ bill. Now, this, like I said, has brought back that conversation, you know, on those hashtags. You know, you remember the hashtags?
Yes, I do.
Hashtag Ego Rich We All and
Hashtag
hashtag Read the Bill. Of course, you remember that one. So it's brought it up in conversations, and of course, we still have those billboards in town, and if you would join us on our Facebook page as well, we'll put up some of those billboards. I'm sure by now you would have seen a couple.
Yes, I've actually seen one on this stretch.
Yeah. You always pass there, so you see it. So there are a couple of billboards. So like the one we have here, which says offense. I shared my views on the radio, and the hashtag Read a Bill and hashtag Ego Rich We All. So that's the woman
so
there.
Sentence is 10 years imprisonment.
And it says prohibition of propaganda, of promotion of and advocacy for activities prohibited under this act, talking about the human sexual rights and family values bill that we're talking about. So there's this other one that you are most likely to have seen in town. It says offense. They say I walk and talk like a girl. Hashtag Read a Bill. Hashtag Ego Rich We All. And this one too, you know, you see a young guy there. He's holding this board with a 3 years imprisonment sentence over there.
Yes, and there's the last one. I did not report my Kojo Besia's son. So it's in a clause that says prohibition against subverting family values. Yeah, and the sentence is 4 months.
So these billboards in town are actually telling people how ego rich us all when it comes to the family values bill, also known as the anti-LGBT bill. So you want to go out there, you want to look out for these billboards when you are out there, because like they say, ego rich we all. We don't want to make you rich we all. Now, in case you want more insight into what this is talking about, you would do yourself some good actually to find yourself a copy of the family values bill and read. You know how they said that Ghanaians we don't like to read. I don't think it's true. No, I don't think it's true. I think that we like to read, and especially for this particular issue, we would want to get the facts. We want to get information for ourselves. We don't want to rely on third-party information. So if anything is bothering you about this whole hashtag and trends, just find yourself a copy of the family values bill and read it for yourself. understand it and know what we are all into by the passage of this bill, so that one hashtag, reach we all. Yeah, but they say go reach we all. And then, of course, because you have read the bill. So this one is just going out to all of us. It is in the trends. Got people talking and all. Hashtag you go reach we all. Hashtag read the bill. Most importantly, get yourself a copy of the bill and read it for yourself, so we know what we are all getting into. Yeah, so that is for this one. Let's see some other trending news as we have it.
Yeah, so remember we are live on Facebook, PLUZZ 899 FM. So join us for all the videos and images we have for you this afternoon on Trends Today. Now, a video has actually been trending on social media. It happens to be an altercation between Emeafa Hardcastle and Annoh-Dompreh.
I like the name, Hardcastle.
Yes.
Hardcastle. Emeafa Hardcastle. I love the name.
She's the acting chief executive officer of the Petroleum Commission. So there was an altercation between herself and the minority chief whip Frank Annoh-Dompreh. That was yesterday, after they had to go on recess during the vetting of some of the government's new ministers and all. Yes, so you could see in the video, which will be playing for you in few seconds, that it looked like there was some sort of bad blood between them. Not so bad, yes, but Mrs. Hardcastle was seen saying, "My friend, don't bring yourself. You call me silly, and we'll deal with this matter," and all that. So many back and forth, and people have been talking about this particular one on social media. The minority has, however, reacted to that, but let's watch the video. When we come back, we'll take the minority in Parliament's reaction.
You are threatening me that you take your because we are who?
I'm who? Why?
My friend, don't bring yourself.
What's the meaning of that?
What do you mean you are taking me on? What does that phrase
You
mean?
called us micro.
Why you are micro minority? Doesn't Afenyo himself use that phrase?
Who deal with that?
I don't have time for
Who deal with that?
You think you can bully me here? Hey, not this silly can come and bully me.
Listen, you heard the word she used. What called me silly? She called me silly.
Are you a silly child?
No. We will deal with this matter. You called me
Wait, I
silly.
don't have time for you.
Good enough. No. I'm not. She called me silly.
Did I mention your name? Why are you taking a hat on your head? Did I mention your name? You know you were fighting on TV about this your seat. You are coming to select your
please.
Did I mention your name?
You cannot call me silly.
Did I mention your name?
We have procedure.
Did I mention your name? You can carry a cross you want to carry. I'm going.
You are not recording. You are not recording.
Yeah, so that was the altercation, and then it looks like the whole micro minority thing doesn't sit well with the minority in Parliament.
No, because there's no room. I think it's said in humor, in jest, I should say. They use that to tease the minority, like their number. I say, "Keti say shoe talking," so that's a micro minority. Yeah, but it's even been raised on the floor of Parliament when the speaker used it. I think the minority leader raised it that that shouldn't be permitted. But I also don't know if it was used in a formal setting, right? If anybody out there says micro minority and then you're going to take them on, I don't know where it would end with that. So I don't know if it was used in a formal setting, as in addressing Parliament, but if it is not used in a formal setting, I really don't see how you go fighting people for using the term micro minority. For me. But then also the accusation that she described Annoh-Dompreh as a silly boy or something is been going on.
So, the minority have actually reacted to this particular one and have condemned the acting chief executive officer of the Petroleum Commission, which is Madam Victoria Emeafa Hardcastle. So they explained in a statement released today, describing Ms. Hardcastle's actions yesterday as one of the most flagrant attacks on parliamentary dignity in recent memory, and called for stern actions against her. So they explained what happened and said that so according to the statement, Ms. Hardcastle attempted to direct the Minority Chief Whip Frank Annoh-Dompreh on how to carry out his parliamentary duties, and went further to describe a senior member of parliament as silly. The Minority Caucus see this as a serious assault to the authority of parliament, and have issued a stern warning and asked that she apologizes for the statement that she made. And it has got a lot of people talking on social media, yes, about this whole back and forth and all that. Yeah. Now, Sarkodie is in the trend. Sarkodie is
landlord himself.
The landlord himself is asking that people should let his name rest.
That one day we won't. No, we won't. Now, if we let your name rest now, how would you comfortably be seated in that celebrity status? It's because we don't let your name rest, That's why you're enjoying the perks of that status. So any day we won't listen to him. Yes. But why is he saying so?
Yeah, so apparently someone asked Kofi Mole about a particular video on their song, which is Makoma. Yes, Makoma song. So the person was like literally asking why they haven't made any video or something. So the person says, one day I go organize Kanta Boys, make we put Kofi Mole for table, we lash 'em. Promo no enter the song inside cry. You made a whole Sarkodie turn Bruno Mars. Then Kofi comes to reply. We have the image live on our Facebook, PLUZZ 899 FM. So Kofi replied that this was on the 18th, that I was ready to shoot a video but never got any response from Sark and his team. After multiple texts and calls, I let that slide. And we could see that Sarkodie didn't reply to this one. He doesn't reply to a lot of social media banters and all that. So he came to reply because there was an interview between Media House and Yao Skyface, who is a videographer or a cinematographer. Yes, so he was asked about this whole video shoot thing. Then Yao said that they picked 2 days. They chose 2 days to shoot that particular video, 2 different days, but Sarkodie didn't show up. Then he was asked the reason. He said he didn't know, but he thinks that maybe the days didn't sit well with Sarkodie, or maybe Sarkodie had things to do on those particular days. Then the journalist was like, but if the days didn't sit well with Sarkodie, how do you say, how does Kofi tell the production team that we have a video shoot this day? Yeah, so he didn't actually understand the whole thing. Then
he would have to agree before you go ahead to fix the
exactly.
dates.
So he was asked if Sarkodie has reached out to them or anything. Then he said no, Sarkodie hasn't reached out to them. So Sarkodie, seeing this particular video, replied on X, formerly Twitter, and wrote that that we have the image live on our Facebook too. So mummy D and Dakakra Miss Remo have no idea about this, and if it actually happened, there was miscommunication somewhere. Only responding to this cause I got love for my superstar. Then he tags Kofi Mole, I don't play games, I'm in or not. But people don't actually agree with Sarkodie on this, because they are like, legends and other musicians have spoken out about this thing, that Sarkodie is a bit reluctant. Yes, when it comes to
friend funny idea.
Yes,
yeah, but that's the same.
Yeah,
I don't really fault Sark when it comes to that. I don't know the mode of communication that he prefers. But if it's like me, I prefer to communicate via WhatsApp a lot, because I like to keep receipts.
Okay.
I don't like, if I is a call, I have to record, and I'm not always on point with recording. So I like to. So if you call me, you can call me. I'll be looking at the phone. Esi Kwentsiwaa confirm I will never pick it. But the moment you send a message, I'll respond to you. And you're like, they want to make phone. Okay, so what's send a message? So I don't know the thing with Sarkodie, and maybe when it comes to calls and stuff like that, but I don't think that is news. A lot of people have talked about it, the friend on fire, and all that. And I don't know also if he delegates some of these communication responsibilities to some members of his team, for which reason he doesn't want to get involved. But with this particular issue, For me, so long as people are in the game and they're in the industry and they're going to get together and work together again and all that, you really don't want bad blood. When it comes to these things, sometimes it's a matter of communication. See, you will listen to one side and you think that when you listen to the other side, it's like and then no kind of sano. So usually I don't want to get into it until both sides have actually spoken on the issue. Then you know where the thing is. But it should be easy for them to understand. It should be easy for them to get over it and get a video done for it as well.
But anyway, Sarkodie says we should let us
and also your landlord you are somebody, so we will not let you. When we mention your name, we are talking about it. We will not stop. You should forget it. He should be glad that we're mentioning his name. You should be glad that he's always in the conversations. People do stupid things just to get into the trends. So you should be glad that we're talking about him. We will not stop.
Now, a foreign company, Lyft, has been hit with a multi-million-dollar lawsuit over a driver telling an obese rapper that his car isn't big enough for her. And this has got a lot of people.
Maybe the car is not big enough for you. What do you want to do?
She has sued the company.
But the company doesn't.
She said she's not doing
cars.
it just for herself, but for everybody who has her stature. She's doing it for them. So we'll be playing, we'll be showing you or playing videos of this very one. So she's a rapper. She's a 489-pound rapper by name Annoh-Dompreh, who has launched a lawsuit against Lyft after one of their drivers denied her a ride because he said she wouldn't fit in his car. So we'll play the video where she was actually interacting with the driver, asking why he didn't want her to enter the car. And also there's another one that shows the lady, so we can see and judge for ourselves
whether she can fit into it or
the
not.
car or not. Yeah. So the driver was apparently worried that his car wouldn't be able to handle her weight. Annoh-Dompreh claims in her lawsuit that her weight-based denial of a ride is discrimination, and she says she's taking action against the company to fight for her people, just like I said earlier, and to change the world. She says, if I stand for something, I'll fall for anything, fighting for my community, my people, and making a change in the world, not just for me but for everyone. So now let's watch the video where she was interacting with the driver, and then we can watch the video of the lady herself.
Blanding tells us she was just trying to get to a Detroit Lions watch party this month when her Lyft rolled up.
As I'm walking, I see him like making faces or whatever. I'm like, oh man.
She already knew.
I can fit in this car.
No, believe me, you can.
Yes, I can.
Believe me.
He told her there's not enough room in his car.
The kicker part was when he started to talk about his tires. I feel like that was a slap in the face. That was like my tires, like.
The driver said his tires could not handle her weight.
For every big person you turn down because they can't fit in your car?
Yeah, because they need to order the Uber XL.
No, I don't never have to order Uber XL.
He apologized, canceled the ride, and left her there. The rapper says she's pretty tough.
I get the money and flip it and make time food.
Annoh-Dompreh, as she's known at the mic, is crushed by the whole situation.
I just want them to know, like, it really hurt my feelings.
It looks like Lyft might be hurting pretty soon, too.
I knew it was illegal and I knew that it was wrong.
Her attorneys, John Marco and Zach Runyon, say weight is a protected characteristic in Michigan by law.
It would be no different than a driver pulling up and saying, I don't want to have black people in my car, or I don't want to have Christians in my car or Muslims in my car. It's the same. Under the law, it's the same.
The lawsuit is filed since she posted the encounter on.
Yes, so that's the lawsuit. That's the lady. Yes, the lady coming out of a car.
But this is a bigger car. I'd love to see the car that the driver said she wouldn't fit into it, because if you come to our local parlance, maybe it's a Mattis or something, or Vit or something. A Vit quite an hoarding Mattis na and then the ties name fiancé so it looked like what?
This looks like a Benz.
Okay. So
Not enough room in his car.
Because the driver. In a way, it could be discriminatory. I mean, no doubt about it. She might have a case, and especially,
so that's a car.
Yeah, but you don't see it well from this point. Yeah, she might have a point, and like the lawyers were saying, and they have their own laws in Michigan, which could be discriminatory. But I'm also just saying because sometimes, and it's not just about even big people. This are small car. Sometimes I don't want to have a lot of people sit in it, because it brings the car down. And you know how they construct these terrible speed ramps on our road, a bit pizza, you understand? So if it was Ghana, maybe that could be an explanation. But it's good she tests the law to see, because for her weight, it's possible that a lot lot could be discrimination. They wouldn't want her to pick their car. So you don't want to call an Uber or something, wait for how long, and then they get there and say, then you call another one who do a shower and say, that would be something, So it's good she's testing the law. It's good she's testing the law.
And she's not doing it for just herself. It can happen to someone else.
Would love to see the defense that the company also puts up, and see her. Maybe subsequently we'll look at the car manufacturers as well to ensure that they are manufacturing cars that would not be discriminatory.
True.
There was a case like that where I think it was also a woman who was prevented from boarding an airplane because they said she wasn't going to fit into the seat. I'm not too sure how that one went, but there are similar cases around like that.
Very true. So we'll just wait for the updates on that very one. Now, social media users are debating the number of appointments of the current vice president, the office of the current vice president, and former vice president, Dr. Mahamudu Bawumia. So yesterday, the presidency released a communique that President John Dramani Mahama had approved the appointment of the following individuals. We have the image up on our social media platform, Facebook, PLUZZ 899 FM, so you can join us and watch that video. So they are expected to bring their wealth of experience and expertise to their respective roles and all that. And then when you look at the number, it had just 10 people on who are going to be working in the office of the vice president. People were commending it and were like, good. President John Mahama spoke about cutting down ministers, workers, and all that, so that at least we won't have a lot of people doing a particular thing. Then people compare it with Dr. Mahamudu Bawumia's press release on January 18, 2021, when he started another term of office as vice president, while he was thanking all his heads of departments and staff who had done some excellent work. And then he listed them in no particular order. And the list has 24 people on. 24. Yes.
Oh, okay.
From secretary to medical officer.
This one, they are winning by what? 14? Is it 14?
Yes, by 14 people. So people have been reacting to this. They are like, hey, so does it mean that they could have also cut down the number of staff who work
they needed more people to work. You remember Nanado telling us that he needed more people, more ministers, because the work ahead, is a lot, so they needed more people.
But people are saying that like this 10 people in the current office of the vice president can actually do what these
maybe they can, maybe they cannot. But for me, it's still early days. These politicians, I don't trust them that much. Sometimes they'll bring the 10 and before you realize they are sneaking people into it. So I'm hoping the 10 is the final number. But it's something that the NDC government is going to be held accountable to, because they had promised to govern with a very lean government, a limited number of appointees. So we want to see it across all spheres with the appointment, because of course you don't need whatever 100 people to do whatever work. You can just use a handful and they can get the work done. Sometimes when you have a lot of people, then you have diminishing returns on their whatever.
Yes, so people have been talking about that particular one a lot. Now, street cameras have revealed how Madame Sylvia Ba, who works with Emirates, was kidnapped and transferred to a secluded location. Yes, so remember her story was in the news. People talking about she being kidnapped, and then the police come to say she's been rescued, and so many things. People were asking what exactly happened to her, whether she was indeed kidnapped or she went to hide somewhere. Plenty stories around this particular lady. So there's been videos trending on social media. It was Albert Nathide Bongo Ideas who actually posted it on X, and then it reveals how everything happened. We'll play that video for you in few seconds. So it shows how the cars, so it says that how the National Signals Bureau lads under Kwabna Edubuahin mounted surveillance on the Emirates country manager and eventually abducted and kidnapped her. So both cars belongs to the National Signals Bureau, and so it came from the NSB main office at Laboni, while the Hyundai Elantra came from the NSB office called Location. So it tells everything that happens in that particular video, and it tells how the lady was kidnapped. Let's watch that video. He continues by saying that both cars met at a point. So the audio is up. You can watch the video. Sorry, it doesn't have an audio. So it says that both cars met at a point and some men were exchanged. The cars then trailed the Emirates Ghana manager who was driving a Toyota Prado to the gym, where they parked and waited for her. Some few meters to the gates, the cars crossed the vehicle and she was forcefully abducted. Interestingly, okay, so it says one of the people is a deacon at a particular church here in Ghana, and he's still at post. So he talks about it, and people are like, the national security left evidence. Others are saying that it's going to be a very long weekend. Another person is calling Bongo, the interceptor. Yes, he's brought us a video to watch about everything that happened.
I guess he himself, he's got experience when he was picked up. Maybe he knows how these things work. Okay. Right.
So people, others don't actually believe the story, but people are like, we are waiting to see what the government or those who are in charge have to say about this particular one, so that we can know how true it is or not. Yeah. Now to my final story. A man was caught for stealing and he pleaded for forgiveness and even offered to work as a laborer for the person.
So you can work as a laborer.
So a young Ghanaian fish farmer who was long been battling theft of his fish caught an old man red-handed. We'll be playing the video for you in few seconds, with a fishing trap just beside the fish pound. So the old man pleaded with the young farmer for forgiveness and offered to work on the farm as a laborer for some time. But you know, when I was watching the video, I was actually watching reading people's comments too. People were like, the man was laughing, so he should jail him. He should report him to the police now, but he will do it again. Even if he makes him work on his farm, by the time it comes, everything is gone. Let's watch that video.
Mrs. Suejokuono. Mrs. Suejokuono. The first one. Obi ya dear now boka. Now what would this idea with deeper? Who is the page? Mrs. Suejokuono. Ya ben Suejokuono. Ya ben, and now where you were in our fiabo. Me say, me won't say, me member will be me tongue. Suejokuono. Ya ben, and you know me more so. Go to other pacho. Ya ben, why am I mammy and sending you my minute? Who told me body, ma? Bacono, Bacho. Observe the comment from to me body, ma. They call my muya Bacho. Bacono got you 1 Newton, abe. By this time, they are me first phone. First one, and she said, me the amount so be this would be a major. When you see the Abeko police station, when we see you, Muyimi, Obaba be first of your Bejimubi. And you will, Obedrum, Ojim, and I'm a Mammy, what is a media grown? Let them work with in a quarter, but I also be doing one. Yabbing, one word of going to our fed of Quodia between me and Madio. Now, Oba, and you said that one put out between way back whom you know. First one, ya, no way to me begin a mind to what first then I'm fine. Well, don't mind, maybe the drummer, maybe flow. Send me noon down, Pacho.
Like, is there a skit or something? Because you could feel the man's seriousness when he was recording the video, but Yao Ben was laughing. I said, Yao Ben, why are you laughing? And apparently that wasn't even the first time. Someone wrote a comment that I know Yao Ben, he lives at Kaswa. Hey, everybody is
but you know what? I don't know if it was this week or somewhere last week. I saw a story where somebody was being jailed or something, or has been jailed for stealing from somebody's farm. Apparently, some leftovers or something. I've forgotten the story. But you know, these things, it's not stealing. No, come and doing all copy big crazy.
Let me say.
Oh, so namuho. No, but even the Bible, you people, you don't read your Bible. The Bible even tells us that it's not stealing. No, sir. When the mobi ebru from as a comedy no bubidia.
In a certain
no. It's when you gather and you take it away. That is when you are stealing. But when you eat, is when you broba could do a buna woody. And
this one there, he takes it away. So that's stealing. He takes it away. Stealing. People are being reacting. They're like, he should be arrested. Others are saying that he should leave him. He's an old man. But then people are saying he should make him a scapegoat so that others won't come and steal from the farm. That'll be all for trends today. But remember, the trends will be posted on our YouTube channel, official PLUZZ FM. On YouTube, so you can check that out on YouTube after Drive with the Area Gang. So we'll post it. So in case you didn't hear anything that we spoke about today on trends, you can check it out later in the evening on our YouTube channel. Thank you.
All right, thank you very much, Esi Kwentsiwaa with trends today here on the Drive with the Area Gang.